Got the whole fireplace going on and shit. We got the vibes going on in here. But look, most of you guys already know this, right? In this day and age, there are a million and one coaching coaches on how to coach coaches, right? So am I another one of these coaches? Or why should you give me any of your energy or any of your attention whatsoever throughout this video? Well, if you don't already know who I am, my name is Noah Arnold. I've started and scaled a marketing agency to the six-figure mark by the age of 18. I've started and scaled a consulting business to 10K a day within 30 days of launching. I've helped countless people reach 20K per month, 30K per month, and even 40K per month. And I do all of this utilizing timeless principles only. I don't scale offers, I scale people. All I did was figure out how to obtain the ability of reality creation through timeless principles. From that point, I was able to create a repeatable, implementable 6-step system that all of my students use to this day, myself included. It's called the 10.0 Entrepreneur Method. And look, I'm not special. I'm not a wizard. I'm not a fucking spiritual guidance counselor. And I'm certainly not a guru. I'm just a regular 19-year-old dude who figured out how to align my current frequency to the frequency that all of my desires and all of my goals were sitting on. And now I'm able to live very, very close to my dream life if this car was a GT3 RS. And I want to help others do the same by giving everything away here on this channel. So in this video, I'm going to explain the only way that I would start and successfully scale an impactful online business in 2025. Okay, look, in this day and age, everyone and their fat little brother wants to start an online business. But the truth is that only 2 to 5% of these people will see any growth whatsoever in their business, and less than 1% will be able to actually scale this business to a consistent 40K per month. Less than 1%. So number one, and I'll be very forward with this, you need to place an ideal timeline for achieving whatever goal it is that you want to achieve. I'm not talking about buying your mom her dream house. I'm talking about the accumulated milestones needed for you to reach that final goal of buying your mom her dream house. This is the first method, and it's called chunking. Have one large goal and work backwards for what's needed to be done in order to move the needle closer to that goal. For example, buying your mom her dream house is the final goal, right? And you'll need at least $100,000 saved up in cash for the down payment, good credit or a family member with good credit or high equity to co-sign on that lease. And you need a stable income at least 3 times the amount of whatever the mortgage would be. In order to save up to $100,000, you need to save at least 20% of $40,000 per month into your savings. And in order to hit 40K per month, you need to hit your first 10K per month. And in order to even do that, you need to have a really good product or an irresistible offer. So you see how this is working backwards and gives you a baseline understanding of what's needed to be done in order to move your reality closer to the reality of where you actually buy your mom her dream house, which is your final goal. Okay, now the point of me saying any of this and all of this is for you to understand that you need to make a timeline for achieving this goal. When and how soon do you need to reach your first milestone in order to make your final goal, buying your mom her dream house, an actual reality for yourself? And once you realize how soon you want to make this happen is when you understand that you need money to start. Unless you're okay with learning everything on your own and watching a million YouTube videos, then you want to invest in a mentor that has already done what you want to do and has a plug-and-play system that you can pay for. This will ultimately expedite the process and save you 1 to 5 years of research. And if the paywall is what's holding you back, I want you to understand the difference between a price and a cost. The price is how much money you are going to pay now. Maybe you're buying a program to learn marketing and it's priced at $5,000. That $5,000 is the price. Now, the cost would be how much you have to spend 5 years down the line after you tried to do everything on your own. You ran shitty ads and went into debt. So now the cost is much higher because now you're in debt and you're looking for someone to pay to hold your hand to show you real growth. The cost that I want you to understand is the cost of inaction. And not to brag or anything, but I've never struggled with this, right? When I was 15, I paid my first $1,000 for a mentorship, and I had no problem paying the $1,000 because the person I was giving $1,000 to has already done exactly what I wanted to do, right? And I made my return on investment within 2 weeks. But in order to make that 1,000, I was literally 15 years old. I was selling lemonade on the street. I'd buy cookies from the store, like Chips Ahoy cookies, and tell people it was homemade, which was not okay. But I came up with $1,000 because I knew the return that I would be getting was going to be worth it. That's what I believed, and I believed right because I made a return on investment. But at this point now where I'm 19 years old, spent almost $40,000 on mentors, the cost of inaction has feared me so much to the point where it never affected me. I knew that when people would pitch me and I knew that they could actually take me to the next level, I had no problem giving them my credit card, giving them my bank info, whatever. I had no problem because, for one, actually do your due diligence, do your research, make sure they're not fucking scamming you. But understanding that if you want to take yourself to the next level, having someone hold your hand and pull you up there just for a price is a very, very good exchange. All right, so don't be scared of the paywall is the point that I'm trying to make here. Now, after I have paid for a program to learn what I wanted to learn very, very quickly, I would next take about 3 months to make sure that my vibrational frequency is in alignment with the version of myself that's already making $35,000 to $40,000 a month. If I went about and started the business and started running ads, started doing outreach and cold calling and hiring team members, etc., and my vibrational frequency was still in alignment with the average US citizen making $4,000 a month, with a scarcity mindset and being fearful that online business still might not even work, even though I paid for a program, I still would not see the results, right? And I learned that the hard way. That's the reason I'm telling you guys this, because I don't want you to go through that, but I learned this the hard way. See, your results correspond directly to the vibrational frequency that you align yourself with. Let me say that again. Your results correspond directly to the vibrational frequency that you will align yourself with. So if you're working 10 or 15-hour days, absolutely grinding in the trenches, working on your business, you will only see the results that stem from the frequency that you're aligned with. Your results are the byproduct of all of the actions, behaviors, and ultimately the inputs that you put into your business and overall life. And your actions, behaviors, and inputs stem from your vibrational frequency. Okay, so are you finally seeing why you're not seeing the results that you've been waiting for or praying for or wishing for? Now, in order to be sure that your frequency is in alignment with the frequency of the version of yourself that's already carrying 30K per month or maybe 40K per month, I've created a 6-step process called the 10.0 Entrepreneur Method, like I mentioned before, that allows you to, 1, create and pinpoint your desired frequency that you want to align yourself with, which is the frequency that carries all of your desires. 2, reprogramming your subconscious mind with this new 10.0 self-image. If you don't reprogram your subconscious mind first, you'll never be able to attune to your 10.0 frequency. Okay, and 3, embedding this new 10.0 self-image into your subconscious mind to be the stem of every action, behavior, and input for your business and life. 4, the rule of subtraction, where we eliminate any and everything that doesn't move you closer to the frequency you want to align yourself with and add in and substitute anything that actually will move you closer. This includes toxic friends, toxic families, so on and so forth. You can watch my other videos explaining what exactly is the rule of subtraction. 5, quantum leaping your current reality into the reality that's already carrying your desired outcome using the PLAT method. And finally, 6, creating 10.0 standards so that your current revenue ceiling becomes a natural standard. Meaning, if you're currently stuck at 10K per month and you can't seem to scale past it, we make sure that 10K per month is a standard for yourself, a natural standard for yourself, where if you were to stoop below this, it throws you into a very powerful emotional charged state of pain. And I have an in-depth video explaining all of these methods and more, including the PLAT method. I'll leave the link to that video in the description below, or it'll pop up somewhere around this video. And finally, to ensure that you actually move the needle closer to your desired outcome for 2025, I'm going to give you 2 methods that has worked absolute wonders for me. Before we dive into this, you must understand that you cannot control outputs. You can't. So just throwing goals up on your wall and your whiteboard won't do much other than keeping your mind on this target and constantly reminding you every time you read them. Now, the 2 methods. Okay, so I don't want you to write 5 goals for 2025. I want you to write 3 to 6 goals for each quarter of 2025. For example, for quarter 1, you want to hit $5,000 a month. You want to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, finish 2 books, and hit 1,000 followers on Instagram. Then for quarter 2, you want to hit 15,000 a month, finish 3 more books, reach 500 YouTube subscribers, and 3,000 Instagram followers. Okay, so on and so forth. You get the point. The reason for this is to limit the distance you have to work backwards for each quarter, right? And we've already touched on chunking in the very beginning of this video. So use the chunking method for each quarter. And finally, we will need to control the inputs, really the only thing that we can control. The goals for each quarter are still outputs. So what I do is categorize each day of the week with what inputs need to be made. For example, Monday is strictly focused on content creation. So maybe film 4 reels and film 2 YouTube videos. Tuesday is for team meetings, team building, and back-end system optimization. Wednesday might be for student success tracking, student check-in calls, and just making sure that your clients are absolutely crushing it. Thursdays are for acquisition, like setting, call setting, outreach, closing, etc. Fridays are for student check-in calls once again, and self-education, like learning from your own mentors and things of that nature. Saturdays for organization and acquisition. And finally, Sundays for scripting and pretty much just getting ready to jump back into Monday. And these are just examples, of course, but when you categorize your days like this, your brain uses minimal power trying to figure out what needs to be done and what inputs need to be placed in order to get to this output that you keep staring at on your whiteboard, which is your goals. Plus, you need to be utilizing time blocking for hitting the gym, lunch, reading, stuff like that, and also tracking and planning your days before the day starts and right before the day finishes. I actually have a journal that does this for you, and I have a video explaining exactly how the journal works. I'll leave that video link in the description as well, or it'll just pop up somewhere on this video again. With all of that being said, you now have the necessary tools to absolutely crush 2025. And if you're watching this video right now, all I ask of you is do not succumb to Quitter's Day. I didn't even know this day existed, but until a month ago, there's research that shows that on the second Friday of January, everyone or the majority of people who create New Year's resolutions quit on that day. So they have a designated day for it. It's called the Quitter's Day or Fool's Day. Do not fall for that. Do not be that guy. Please, that's all that I ask, especially if you're watching this video, because that makes me look bad. So get out there, be sure that you're in genuine alignment, and create your own reality. All right, I'll see you in the next one.